Hi, this is Shirley, the herb lady, in Alaska for 51 years. 51 years. And this year I am turning 80, so I'm getting ready to get old. I found a herb that I think everybody should be taking, because everybody, when they eat too much sugar, they become a diabetic and they can't feel their feet and all this stuff. And guess what this herb does? This herb helps with all this. It's Berberine IR. And why IR there is, it means insulin resistant. A lot of times when you eat too much sugar, you become insulin resistant. You don't absorb stuff, and that is a no-no. So I want to read about this, and it's going to help a lot of people, restore a lot of people's blood sugar. It's going to lower the blood sugar, or if it's too low, it's going to raise it. And two, are you eating right? Don't you dare blame it. It don't work when you don't eat right. You got to have, when you're low blood sugar, when you wake up in the morning, protein in the morning, protein in the afternoon, protein in the evening. And you say, well, I just don't have time to eat. Well, if you got time to do everything else, then you got time to eat. And I've got my husband, as he got older, he found out that he has to eat in the afternoon. We used to go just eat in the morning and eat in the evening. We never did eat in the afternoon. But we found out when we do, we feel a lot stronger and not so tired and things. And it was our blood sugar dropping. And now we feel, really, really good, So honestly, it helps. And people don't understand, protein can be an omelet. Protein can be some almonds. It can be, my husband loves my Love and Peace shakes. He puts that with blueberries and he eats that. And I bet he's been doing the shakes for 18 years, or maybe 19 years. Every evening, he has shakes, but I told him he can have them in the afternoon too. So it's because it's something easy he can fix, and he can throw anything in there he wants. He can have blueberries, or he likes, we got like frozen raspberries, because we have a lot of frozen raspberries. So anyway, you can have a protein shake, and there's your protein. And you say, well, I can't drink the whole thing. Drink half of it and stick the other half in the refrigerator for later on. Or put it in the freezer and freeze it. I mean, don't make a big deal out of it. Just do it. And keep your blood sugar even, and you will feel like a teenager. Okay, Berberine IR is designed to promote healthy blood sugar levels. It facilitates the body's ability to regulate glucose in the metabolism. Berberine also encourages healthy intestinal environment to protect the body against bacteria toxins that can interfere with normal glucose metabolism. A lot of your absorption is in your small intestine. 90% of it is. So if you want to absorb correctly, then take this berberine, because in your small intestine you got 25 feet, and why not make it healthy by taking that. Given the potential toxin and side effects of current prescribed anti-drugs, drugs causes bone loss, weight gain, increased risk of heart problems. Scientists have investigated that numerous plants and the clinic and regulates blood glucose, and one of the most extensive research is berberine. Is found in several medical plants that have a long history of use of it as anti-diabetic. Berberine exhibits a wide array of pharmaceutical effects. It's an antioxidant, it's anti-inflammation, it's hypoglycemic with blood sugar lowering, it's insulin action. Both animal and human studies have demonstrated the safety and the effectiveness of berberine for improving the glycemic condition and insulin resistant. Research indicates that berberine regulates blood sugar balance and glucose metabolism throughout numbers of mechanisms, including increasing the insulin sensitivity, promotes insulin secretion. And see, a lot of times you do secrete your insulin, but you don't absorb it, and you just keep secreting it more all the time without absorbing it. And berberine comes in and helps, but wait till you hear the very last thing I'm going to say to you. When you find out how it helps with your nerve endings, especially in your feet, everybody will get you some berberine. Berberine has also been shown to activate your AMPK. That's the energy enzyme that plays a keynote in health glucose metabolism. Type 2 diabetic. When AMPK is activated, it stimulates the glucose uptake in your muscles, promotes insulin in your liver, production of glucose. Currently, data suggests that AMPK activators can lower the risk of type 2 diabetes, and it helps to control it in diabetic patients and improve the blood sugar. Prescription drugs currently used to treat 2 diabetic, such as metformin, is known to activate the AMPK. Studies have confirmed that berberine also activates the AMPK, reducing fasting after eating blood glucose levels in a matter of the same as metformin. Important by which berberine helps to regulate glucose is through the ability to alter the intestinal gut bacteria. Imbalance in the intestinal helps to increase the levels of the bacteria toxin substances such as the negative bacteria that damage the intestinal mucus. Chronic low grade is associated with glucose metabolism, and it develops the insulin resistant. Type 2 diabetic and being obese. Studies have compared with non-diabetics. Studies have shown that modification of intestinal microbes can lead to improvement in glucose metabolism and insulin sensitivity. A protective, effective against the risk of being a diabetic. Not only does berberine provide antibacterial and activity, but it also has been shown to be effective for intestinal microbes, promoting beneficial bacteria and inhibits harmful bacteria. Though the intestinal berberine has been shown to reduce endotoxins levels and alleviate the endotoxins, inflammation, and injury, this helping to promote healthy glucose metabolism. Berberine is antibacterial, anti-diabetic, demonstrate a number of clinical trials in China, Europe, and the United States. In general, berberine has been shown to reduce fasting blood glucose levels by 21 to 36%, which is comparable results achieved by pharmaceutical drugs such as metformin. In addition, a recent double-blind study trial involved a patient with metabolism found that berberine reduces insulin secretion and increases the insulin sensitivity, causing a 36% remission. Berberine has also demonstrated beneficial effect in animal studies in combating diabetic complications such as diabetic nerve damage in the feet, and in the kidney disease. So honestly, I have a lot of people walking in the shop, and they're getting so they can't feel their feet. And now I'm going to just most time I find out what blood type they are, because if they're A blood type, I can't stick them on cayenne. But if they're O or B, I can stick them on cayenne, and I get the circulation. Because a lot of times it's lack of circulation, or it's lack of exercise. But some people exercise and they still have the same nerve, and it's from eating too much sugar. And so Berberine really will help. It says that it gives a high safety Proval, and its lack of toxins. And it says Berberine is recognized and promised candidate for helping with being diabetic and any metabolism disorders. So when you have trouble with feeling your feet or tingling in your feet, or you just seems like it's not doing something right, or your blood sugar won't go down, then I would start on Berberine. Berberine, it seems like it's the answer to a lot of your problems.